Welcome all of you to Animats. This is the very first video that I'm going to upload. I'm very happy about it for 10th standard. Okay, so this is trigonometry. Okay, 10th trigonometry starts for CBSE in 10th grade. So this is the introductory video in trigonometry for 10th standard, and all those people who were very much scared of about the chapter, about the topic, you are trigonometry itself, you are very much fearful about trigonometry, this is the video for you. Okay, I would say please watch this video and see how simple trigonometry can be. Okay, so you must watch this video and not proceed to the later videos thinking that you will be able to manage the difficult sums with them. Okay, so always this is the very first introductory video where I am going to explain what exactly is sine, cos, tan, and what is the very basic of trigonometry. So this video is going to make the chapter very simple for you all. Okay, so let's see how it works out. Okay, so let's start. We'll start now. Trigonometry, the entire trigonometry is based on only right angle triangles. Okay, so here this is a right angle triangle, right angled over here. Okay, and I can name it as A, B, and C. Now in trigonometry, as you proceed, you will see that there are different words used like sine, then you hear cos, and then you hear tan, and you also hear cosec, then sec, and cot. Okay, now you feel with these words, you feel that what is it actually? Why these are completely new things for you. Now I want to tell you one thing. These are simply names of certain ratios. So in trigonometry, we also use another thing that you find very different as soon as you start with this is there are certain variables used. There are certain Greek letters used, like you'll see theta. Very often theta is used, or alpha, beta, gamma, delta. These are the ones which are Greek letters which are used to represent angles. Okay, quite often. So it's nothing but you could have as well put an angle x over here, but then I'll put an angle theta. In trigonometry it is used. Now if they say sine theta, now if this is the angle theta, and let me say this one, for this angle theta, the side opposite to it will be called the perpendicular. That is why I have written P, perpendicular. The side adjacent to it will be called the base. Okay, so this is also called adjacent side sometimes, and it's also called opposite side sometimes. This is the hypotenuse, so it is always h. Okay, now if I write a ratio between P and H, okay, P by H, the ratio in a right angle triangle between perpendicular and H, okay, the perpendicular of course for the angle theta. Okay, I'll clarify this more as we proceed with the thing. Then P by H ratio is given a name which is sine theta. This ratio has a name which is sine theta. Simple. This is a ratio. Then base B by H also has a name which is cos theta, because for theta this side is the base. So whatever is the value of base here, 5, 6, 7, whatever, we put it here. Perpendicular by base also has a name that is tan theta. Okay, now these are nothing but reciprocals of this. So cosec theta is h by p, sec theta is h by b, and cot theta is b by p. Okay, so this is it. Now they will be giving you values 5, 4, 3 something, and then you will actually put the lengths of the triangles, lengths of the sides of the triangle over here and get a ratio. That's all. So this is what actually sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot is. Okay. Now we can get at most 6 trigonometric ratios, and these are all the 6 trigonometric ratios that is there on the board. Okay. Now one thing, as I said, sine and cosec are reciprocals. Therefore, I can write sine theta is equal to 1 by cosec theta. Okay. So sine into cosec becomes a 1. Cos theta is equal to 1 by sec theta, and tan theta is equal to 1 by cot theta. So later you will be seeing that very often we are writing tan into cot theta is a 1, and cos into sec theta is a 1, sine into cosec theta is a 1. Now how do you remember this? Initially, as you start with trigonometry, it is very difficult to remember these ratios. Sometimes it can go very confusing. So what you do is, I'll tell you 3 lines and you remember that, and in the beginning you should write it at the top of your the notebook top margin. You write it there and you can get the sine, cos, tan from there first, and later on you will start remembering them within, once you finish one exercise you remember the ratios. So the 3 lines are some people have. Now different teachers will give different 3 lines, but they all finally try to tell you the same thing. This is a method to remember the ratios. Curly brown hair turned permanently black. What is it actually? By now you would have guessed it. Sine perpendicular hypotenuse, cos base hypotenuse, tan perpendicular base. Okay, that's it. Let us take up one small question now. Okay, I have a right angle triangle over here. Here, this is 5. Remember, hypotenuse is always the longest side. This is the 90 degrees, so this is the hypotenuse. Okay, and then this is a 4 and this is a 3. Okay, so now I am going to find sine, cos, tan for this angle theta. Okay, so for the angle theta, let us start. So sine theta is equal to 4 by 5. As I said, we'll put values here. Cos theta is equal to 3 by 5 base by hypotenuse. Tan theta is equal to 4 by 3, that is perpendicular by base. Now let's take cosec theta. That is, no need to remember all that base, hypotenuse and all that. Just do reciprocal of this, 5 by 4. That is how I remember it. Sec theta is equal to 5 by 3 and cot theta is equal to 3 by 4. Okay, so we've got all 6 ratios for this. Now, for the same question, let us now see something. Now, I have written all sine, cos, tan for the angle theta. What if they ask sine alpha, and alpha is this angle now? Okay, the other angle. All our sine and all our perpendicular and base changes now. Okay, with the angle, the perpendicular and the base changes, the hypotenuse remains the same. So sine alpha is a 3 by opposite perpendicular by hypotenuse, 3 by 5. Cos alpha is a 4 by 5. Okay, and tan alpha is a 3 by 4. Okay. Similarly, you can get cosec alpha, which is 5 by 3, and then sec alpha, which is 5 by 4. Okay, and then you can get cot alpha, which is 4 by 3. Okay, so now why did I do it? That's because I wanted to show you that as we change the angle, perpendicular and base are not permanent things in a triangle. They are with respect to the angle that they have put here. So as we change the angle, the perpendicular and base also changes. So for alpha, this is the perpendicular, this is the base. For theta, this is the perpendicular, this is the base. Accordingly, you will put it in the formula. Now, let us take one example where you will see here is a triangle, and in this triangle, one side is a 17, the hypotenuse is a 17, here is the 90 degree. The hypotenuse is a 17 and one of the other sides is an 8. Okay. Now what do we? We are supposed to get the different values of sine, cos, tan. Okay. And I am also naming them A, B and C. They want sine A, cos A, tan A, like that they want. So here, but what do we do? One of the sides is not given. So we'll take it as an x because we need all three sides to start with our ratios. So now, once this is x, we'll be using Pythagoras theorem. Remember, Pythagoras theorem works only on right angle triangles, and it is hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square, right? Hypotenuse is a 17, perpendicular, any one side can now be perpendicular and base. Okay, for Pythagoras theorem, there is no fixed, this is the perpendicular, this is the base. Any one of these two sides can be called the perpendicular and the base. So 8 square plus x square. Here is a 289, here is a 64, here is an x square. 289 minus 64, that is x square. That is a 225 is an x square. Okay, x is a 15. So now that x is a 15, okay, we've got it by the square root of 225. So we know this is 15. Now we can start with a sum. If this is sine A, here I didn't put any theta, I'm using the vertex angle itself. Sometimes they do this also. Sine A, 15 by 17. Now you can proceed as usual. Okay, cos A, that is 8 by 17, and tan A, that is again, tan A is again 15 by 8. Okay, if you want cosec, sec and cot, you can get the reciprocal of these and you will get the values. So you will get triangles where you will see that one side is missing. So first it is your job to calculate the reciprocal, calculate that side using Pythagoras theorem and get that value, and then start with your ratios. So now even if they ask me sine, cos, tan of angle C, I can find them all. Okay. So I'll just stop here because next we are going to start with some more sums which are slightly tougher in the next video. Okay, so till then trigonometry will be done in many parts, remember. Till then we'll keep practicing this one only, and we shall be doing very typical questions of trigonometry in the next video. And all the links of the different parts of trigonometry will be provided in the description box. Okay. If you have liked the video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye then.